we just read.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Which I love that there's
Yes.
some description.
It's perfect. Yeah, and it shows you how it's the same.
Yes.
That's exactly the same. The one that tells us it doesn't need to be.
Yes, this is spot right over there.
So, just so you know, for the size of the ark, okay, the bottom part of the ark is mentioned, and that is the size. Okay, which means it's small enough that I can have it at home. That's the truth, right? And I had a lot of people ask me where it is. I have a question for you. Where's Mount Sinai?
There's a debate about that.
Okay, what's the debate? Where is it?
We
Where does it
don't
say
know.
it is?
There are a few different options. One's
Okay.
Saudi Arabia, one's Mount Karkum around here, one's off the Sinai in Egypt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you understand that they don't even know on what continent it is?
Exactly. Yeah.
And
Exactly.
that's a mountain. How can you lose a mountain? The mountain of God. Maybe it's on purpose.
Right. That's right.
Okay. You remember the Samaritan woman? I love that story.
I love that story.
She also has to deal with the labor outside. But after she understood who was Jesus, she asked him, where do you need to worship God? Right? You Jewish people say it's in Jerusalem, right? What was in Jerusalem at that time? The
Yeah,
temple.
the temple. Yeah.
It says, do you need to go to the temple to worship God? Or do you need to go to this mountain, Mount Gerizim? And Jesus said, it's not a place, it's in spirit and in truth. It's not something, it is God. It's not somewhere, it is God. Okay, when God told Moses, take your shoes off because the ground is holy, it's not because of the mountain is holy, it's because of God's presence is talking to him. That's what makes it holy. So goes to everything here. The ark, was it holy? Yes, when God's presence was here. If you take it away and God is not with you, it is nothing. That's the exact same thing as us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we holy? Yes or no? Well, a little bit of both, right?
Yeah.
We're not holy because obviously we were all sinners. Yet God says you're holy. Why? Because of me. We're only holy because of God. That's what we're the tabernacle of God, right? That can be used for God's glory or for something else. And we're just a tool in God's hands. How is He going to use us? So the cherubim, beautiful. I love them. They're not the most important thing. What forgives sins was the blood, or atones for sins. Okay, was the blood that the high priest entered with. Okay, without blood, there's no atonement. Atonement means covering. Okay, covering. It's temporary. It's not good enough. That's why they have to do it again and again, year after year. And inside, well, you guys already said what was inside, right? You have the manna, the staff of Aaron, and the 10 Commandments. So, fun them, please.
What was it? 10 Commandments?
And the 10 Commandments.
The
bowl of
Aaron's
manna.
rod that budded
And Aaron's rod.
and the
bowl
manna.
of manna in a gold.
Yes.
And really old man? What?
Well, I don't think
Yeah.
it would have gone bad.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody checked.
So
So,
special.
don't forget, this was actually called the Ark of Testimony, according to the Hebrew. Okay, in the beginning, it's called the Ark of Testimony, to be a testimony of what happened during the time of the desert. Okay, and everything that's in here, it's stuff that God gave to the people. Okay? So even if they'll build a brand new ark, right, for the third temple, which will come and do, they could never get anything that was inside. Okay, not the 10 Commandments, not Aaron's rod, and not the manna. All of the stuff are gifts from God to the people. And it's a covenant between Him and the people. So, questions?
Why put Aaron's rod?
Well, with Aaron's rod. So,
You think it'd be Moses' rod?
well, that's the thing. That's when it comes to the rebellion of the sons of Korach, right? Where they complained about that they wanted to be. So it was easy to blame Aaron and Moses because they're brothers. It makes sense, right? So God told Moses, pick one person out of every tribe, right? So there'll be no confusion, right? I'm gonna pick the high priest. That's what I'm gonna do. So each one took a rod, okay? They had one person out of every tribe. Aaron was the representative of the tribe of Levi, and each one carved their name on the rod. Okay? And then they laid it outside on the floor next to the altar. And God said, the next morning, whoever will bloom, that will be the high priest that I chose. It's not Moses, I chose. So when they came the next morning, they saw it was Aaron. So it's basically to finish the debate, being like, he's the high priest. Okay?
Done.
And therefore, the priest could only be his descendants, nobody else. Okay, it can only be from the line of Aaron. So that's why they put it inside, to remind them the priest can only come from the line of Aaron. The problem is, after the destruction of the first temple, this was lost, which means this is lost as well. So at the time of Jesus, it was so corrupt people could buy the priesthood. Why? There is no proof.
Oh,
That's why it was
wow.
really, really corrupt, the second temple. Just to give you another example, that's a small hint, is when it's talking about John the Baptist, right? It's talking about his father and mother. It says that they were both the descendants from the line of Aaron. Why would it be so important for the writer to write it? Well, it's because then not every priest was from the line of Aaron. So to show that John the Baptist was actually a priest according to the Torah. He's a descendant of Aaron. This is a small detail. There's, okay, why would it written? Of course he has to be the son of, a descendant of Aaron. No, not in that time. Not when it was written. Things changed.
So that was a corruption of the priesthood. It was with
Oh yeah.
there wasn't a priestly line within each tribe. It was just
No, it was just, if you have enough money, you can buy the priesthood.
Before we leave, are we almost finished right here?
Yeah.
It seems like. Before we leave, so I think about this place all the time. I think about it all the time because, like what you just said, I never thought about under the door and it having the incense and it being dark in here. But I think it's so cool that we in 2025 get to see a replica of what was happening that now God has put inside of us to commune with Him without needing all of this. I'm so thankful. I love seeing this, but then I'm just so thankful.
that he tabernacled among us.
Us.
And he is within us.
For me, it's a good testimony to show that it's real. I mean, if this is the Ark of Testimony, and it is 3,500 years afterwards,
It's a testimony.
It's still speaking.
and we're in the same land that God promised Abraham. Well, this is not considered the Holy Land, but that's okay because this is where they wandered in the desert, so it's authentic.
They were there.
It's authentic.
But yeah, it just fits. I mean, and it gives you hope that
Right.
if God was faithful until now, then He will continue to be faithful.
That makes me
Forever.
really, really thankful.